not doing it. I'm going to pivot here, take a hold of this here, and I'm going to back him off that.
I see.
Just use just the one. So I see so many people doing this right here, and he's not doing anything anyway. You see what I'm saying? So if we're coming up here and he gets too close to whatever, I just think about doing my little pivot, take a hold of my left leg here, and I can still take it towards his chest and back him off there straight. I understood that. But I see so many people who do this here. You know, I'm not saying that you can't do that, but I see people who are doing this here, and I don't see anything happening. And it, you know, if he gets softer, see, he can feel that. That's what these slobber straps are for. When you release it, the gravity takes it quicker. As soon as you pick up here, he feels that, or he should. But I hate to see people keep grabbing here, and they just do this, and the horse isn't doing anything. So as I say, my pivot, I'm just saying it just kind of gets me here. If I feel like he's doing it, I just do a little pivot. You know, that's again what we talk about, the little dance with your horse. You know, you don't stop. You just go along, pivot, boom, and tell him to back off. Does that kind of make sense? But, you know, like I say, if you do something to your horse, it's got to have some meaning to it.
Yeah, I wish Sally would have stayed out.
Good. Now, again, I want you to have the idea, Paul, that you might get on and you might not.
Okay.
Okay? So you don't set yourself up to fail.
Right.
Okay? With your hand. Yeah, there you go. That way you kind of direct your thumb. You see what I'm saying? Good. Rub them on the neck. Good. So you're going to guide him over the mounting block, just sort of like we had the same process we did with your halter. You know, don't all of a sudden get your body energy. Okay, we got the right on. We're going to get on.
Okay.
You know, don't even have that thought in your mind.
Can this is because I'm left-handed. This is where I get a little screwed up. So, which is the right side to be on? Should I be on this side, or should I be on the outside?
Well, probably what I would do, because again, you don't want him ahead of you. So